What it is, it's your boy Dutch, the Damon, and you now watching Damon Time with Dutch. I want to send a big shout out to the brother, Ricky. This brother sent his hard-earned money in, bless the channel through Cash App. This brother don't just watch the channel, he support the channel. Ricky, just stay locked in, pimp. I gotta appreciate you. So when they walked through the front door, Dante got to telling Odell, like, look, my grandfather cool as a fan. You good with us. So she like, he ain't gonna care about me staying here? But Tay told her, like, nah, man, you good. He probably in here in the living room right now watching TV. I'm going to introduce you to him. So when they walk in the living room, Mr. Ike is sitting on the couch watching TV, drinking a beer. So Dante like, hey, granddaddy, wanted to introduce you to my new girl. Mr. Ike look over, give her the up and down, crack a smile. How you doing, young lady? Cracking a smile of her own, Ophelia replied, how you doing, sir? Ike look over at Dante like, you mess with this knucklehead, huh? Odell really didn't know what to say, because she just met him. So Dante cut her off like, yeah, that's my girl. But Mr. Ike like, all right, well, I'm his grandfather. You can call me Mr. Ike. So Dante like, yeah, granddaddy, her peoples put her out. I wanted to let her stay with us for a little while. Mr. Ike like, that ain't no problem. It'd be good to have a female in the house for a change. Odell smiled, then let off a sigh of relief. Now she didn't have to worry about having a place to stay. She told Mr. Ike, thank you. She appreciated it. Ike told her, don't even worry about it. He went back to watching his show and drinking his beer. So Dante carried her bags upstairs to his room. When they got up to the room, he set her bags on the bed and told her once she unpacked, she can put whatever she want in the closet. That's move some of his stuff out the way. So she like, all right. She tell him she's starving. So Dante like, all right, look, I'll run to the car, y'all grab us some chicken boxes. I'll be right back. Go ahead and make yourself at home. Odell like, all right, cool. Thank you. And he was out the door. So Odell sat down on the bed, started unpacking her bags. She was grateful for Dante, but she had to lie to him. Couldn't really tell him what was going on. He was a good dude. She didn't really like the fact that she was lying to him, but she was in survival mode. So once she got unpacked and put all her things away, when Dante came back with the food, she was sitting on the bed watching New York Undercover, her favorite TV show. Dante had got her chicken box, shrimp fried rice, half and half on the beverage. So when she see that, she like, oh man, thank you. He sit down next to her on the bed. They both get to eating their food, watching the show. That's when Dante start asking her questions. You know what I mean? Curiosity start getting the best of him. So he like, so where you was coming from last night? You say you was from over west? Caught off guard, Odell had to think fast. She like, oh, I had caught the bus tomorrow down the mall and sat in the mall all day because I ain't had nowhere to go. But Dante was like, oh, so you was already put out last night? She like, yeah. He like, why you ain't tell me last night? She like, I ain't really know you, you know what I mean? I ain't really want to do that. So he asked her, he like, so where did you end up going? Odell like, nowhere. Just walked around the city until daylight. So Dante was like, shit, I'm glad you called me. Ain't no way in the world you're supposed to be walking around like that. Then he started asking her about her parents. Thinking fast, she tell him her parents died in a house fire. So she be staying with her aunt, who be putting her out for the slightest shit she do. That's when Odell had some questions of her own. She started asking him about himself. He tell her both his parents overdosed. He was raised by his grandfather. Don't really remember his mother and father like that. Then he told her he hustled. Went in his pocket, pulled out like 2 ounces of coke, a lot of money. Well, $5,000 was a lot to them at that age. And he told her he was going to take care of her, and she won't want for nothing if she become his girlfriend. Odell had never had a boyfriend before or had sex without it being forced. But given her circumstances, she said yes. She would be his girl. He cracked a smile and gave her a kiss. He then told her he was about to hit the block, get his packs off. He'd be back once the last rock sold. She like, all right, boom, do your thing. All right, fast forward. 3.5 years later, 17 years old, 6 months pregnant. Odell was now the woman of the house. Mr. Ike had passed away last summer. They came in the house and found him dead on the couch from a heart attack. Mr. Ike had left the house to Dante in his will. It was deep off in the trenches, but it was nice on the inside. Dante had everything remodeled. The kitchen done, all that shit. Finally got the basement finished. He hooked it up. Now, Dante, who was 19 now, had elevated in the game from a corner crack boy to cop and weight, having niggas work the corners for him. But anyway, and that was because the feds had just hit the town and grabbed Anthony Jones' crew, Elway, and all of them boys. So the corners was open. All Dante did was seize the time. He stepped right in and filled them dudes' shoes. Because at the end of the day, it was still a supply and demand. And Dante was in it to win it. Big gold ropes, 4-finger rings. He pulling up in different colored Beamers, having his way on the town. Boy, Odell with a little Range Rover truck, car seat in the back. Yeah. And he had a mean little crew of his childhood friends, homeboys from around the way he grew up with. They were shining. They had the best coke in the city. And Odell was his trophy. The whole hood knew that was your girl. So they treated her like royalty in the hood, for real.